الكريم. We will attempt to address this subject not in the form of a lecture, but I will constantly be asking questions, so the closer you are to me, the more you're in the firing line. And also invite your comments as we go along. That's because we do not have permission to have a public lecture tonight, but we do not need any permission from anyone to have a dars. Our topic is entitled Ashura in the Quran. And you know Ashura, or Yawmul Ashura, is the 10th day of the month of Muharram, when we all fast, the Masnoon fast. What does the Quran have to say about Ashura? That's our topic. And since the Shahada of Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu took place long after the revelation of the Quran, we are not concerned with the Shahada of Sayyidina Imam Hussein and Ashura. Our subject is Ashura in the Quran. Nor are we concerned with any other events which may have occurred in history on this day, and of which no mention is made in the Quran. That is not our concern. So one last time, our subject is Ashura in the Quran. Before we begin, let us take careful note of the fact that the Torah, as it now exists, Tawrat in Arabic, makes no mention whatsoever of Ibrahim alayhi salam traveling to Arabia. No, never went there. Makes no mention of the baby Ismail alayhi salam being taken to Arabia, and that the trial of the sacrifice took place in Arabia. According to the Torah, it was not Ismail alayhi salam, it was Ishaq, and the trial took place in Jerusalem, Palestine. According to the Torah, when the mother of Ismail alayhi salam, Hajar or Hagar, when she and the baby were taken away, they were taken away in Palestine, not to Arabia. No. According to the Torah, Ibrahim alayhi salam never built any house of Allah in Arabia. According to the Torah, Ibrahim alayhi salam never established the Hajj to that holy house. And therefore the Arabs have nothing to do, have no link whatsoever with the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Nothing in the Torah to declare such. Now let us examine the authenticity of that Torah. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha said, hadith of Sahih Muslim I believe, that the Arabs used to fast on the day of Ashura before Islam, and that the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam used to fast with them on that day. The question that we ask is, why were the Arabs fasting on the 10th day of Muharram? The second thing that we notice is that although the Torah declares that the trial of the sacrifice took place in Palestine, and the child of the sacrifice was Ishaq alayhi salam. The Arabs for thousands of years have not only been fasting on the day of Ashura, but they have also been performing the Hajj, in which there is also the Qurbani, and sacrificing an animal to commemorate the sacrifice of their father Ibrahim alayhi salam. How do we explain this? And thirdly, the Torah declares, up to this day you can still find it, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Ibrahim alayhi salam to circumcise. And that circumcision, male circumcision, not female, circumcision, male circumcision, was the symbol of the covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you belong to the deen, the true religion that was sent by Allah, the deen of Ibrahim alayhi salam. This is the symbol. Yet apart from the Jews, the only people on the face of the earth who have practiced male circumcision for thousands of years as a religious obligation are the Arabs. Our question is, how do you explain this? Our answer is, it cannot be explained so long as you hold on to that Torah as the truth. The only way it can be explained is if you are prepared to accept that the Torah was rewritten. And all the references in the Torah to Ibrahim alayhi salam going to Arabia and establishing the religion in Arabia were all removed. The Quran confirms that he went to Arabia. He makes dua, رَبَّنَا إِنِّي أَسْكَنْتُ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي ذَرْعٍ عِنْدَ بَيْتِكَ الْمُحَرَّمِ. O Allah, I have left part of my family in that barren valley where nothing grows in Arabia. The Jews fasted on the day of Ashura because they declared this is the day which commemorates that day, the 10th of Muharram, when Musa alayhi salam was ordered to strike the water with his rod, and the waters parted. وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرِ, and then Banu Israel crossed to safety, فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ, and then when Fir'aun and his army attempted to cross, وَأَغْرَقْنَا آلَ فِرْعَوْنَ, and the destruction of Fir'aun and his army occurred before the eyes of Banu Israel. وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. This is the reason why they fasted on this day. And the reasons why the Arabs were fasting on this day, even while the Arabs were worshipping idols, was because this was a part of the religion of Ibrahim which had survived. The reason why they were sacrificing an animal for thousands of years, even when the Jews are not doing it, and even while they are worshipping idols, is because this is a part of the religion of Ibrahim which had survived. The reason why they were circumcising, Abu Lahab was circumcised, Abu Jahl was circumcised, The reason why they were circumcising, male circumcision, and no other people on the face of the earth were doing it other than the Jews, was because this was a part of the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam, which had survived. And so the evidence is there on the ground in history that you changed the Torah.